Yo, what is up? And welcome back to another vlog. It is about 6:27 in the morning, and I am getting ready to head to the gym. Let me put this on so it'll fall on my face. I love the morning over here. It's so quiet, it's serene. That's just amazing. I love the sound of that. Some mornings I really enjoy sitting out on my balcony upstairs, because I have an upstairs balcony. Whew, oops. Let's get it back to me. There we go. As I was saying, sometimes I really enjoy sitting outside in the morning as the sun is rising and enjoying a bit of the sunrise. I'm not doing that today, however. It is a little bit of an earlier day for me, and although I am heading over to the gym, I am going to charge my car first. Apparently it keeps losing me as the subject. So let's see if we can get this right. Okay, cool. I think it's got me now. Okay, awesome. That's probably gonna be a little dark, so I'm gonna have that on. In California, it is illegal, I guess, to have those things on. I mean, to have your cabin lights on while you're driving. However, my windows are very dark on the passenger side, the driver's side, the rear seats, and the windshield, so you cannot see into my car. I like it that way, but I'm not here to talk about that. And it's an early morning, and I have had quite the 72 hours. And this is going to be a conversation about honesty and truth. These are two core values that I have instilled in my life, and it wasn't always this way. And it wasn't that I was ever raised to be dishonest or truthful or anything like that. I was actually raised to have the utmost honor and leadership and compassion without compromise from my father. You know, he's ex-military, special forces, things of that nature. And so it was a very direct and assertive environment that I grew up in with my father. And with my mom, she was kind of a helicopter parent. And what I mean by helicopter parent is I was in a bubble, and I basically was covered with porcelain glass. I was fragile in her eyes, which meant like I couldn't go out and roughhouse, I couldn't go wrestle with other kids, which is very healthy for young boys to do. And it led to me feeling, as I was a young man, very emasculated. You know, I felt uncertain in the decisions I would make. I would question myself. I would ask myself, is this the right or wrong thing to do? Because I just didn't have a lot of things nurtured into me as a kid. And it is no fault on them at all. They did an amazing job, and they still are, with everything that they gave me. But with that, one of the core values that as I got older, I really started to embody much more was honesty and truth. I would get caught in the dogma for a long time of not wanting to be fully truthful in things due to either my own self-perseverance. I did not want someone to see me for who I truly was. So it led to me sharing half-truths and not full truths on things for some time during my young adulthood. And it wasn't until this catalytic point where, you know, life around me came crumbling down, and I had finally asked the question, why do I keep finding myself in these situations? You know, why do I keep finding myself in these like standpoints where it feels like my life is crumbling around me when I thought I had like healed. I thought I had done some things right. However, I'm reading this book called When You're Ready, Heal by Brianna West, and I'm actually in the process of writing my own book on healing as well. But in this, healing is not a one-time event. There are going to be consistent times when you get to heal and when you get to uphold your values for yourself and uphold those values for others. You know, I unfortunately in the last 72 hours had a challenging experience in which it really made me question my trust and my truth with someone that I deeply care about. And I had given them the opportunity to be honest. And I can respect someone who's radically transparent and honest. I cannot respect someone who hides behind their own fear and self-perseverance out of a lack. You know, I can't control that for someone, but it did leave me feeling hurt. It led to me feeling betrayed. It led to me feeling like I wasn't enough. A lot of these same emotions that I used to feel and that creep in when I was younger. And I'm not this perfect individual that I believe that I deserve and I should have this. I'm human. I make mistakes too. And so I take responsibility over how I may have played a role, or the role I take responsibility, full responsibility over the role that I may have played in someone not feeling safe and secure enough to give me the full truth. I can take responsibility and full attribution over all areas of my life, even when they're not going so well. And it's because of that I have this innate sense of freedom and peace and conviction in the direction I'm going. Because guys, I'm gonna be honest, there is no amount of anxiety or overanalyzing that can change the past. Just like there's no amount of perfect planning that can perfectly predict the future. Like, here's the thing. Life and people are going to constantly be growing. We are going to constantly be growing. Either someone can step into that flow of leadership and growth with you, or you can amicably part ways, because that is a part of what being an adult is. And that is if you cannot see a path forward to mend the relationship, mend the friendship, anything, etc., etc. Because realistically, I don't know about you, but I am here to heal and come out better and really close the gap on the generational traumas that may be present in my relationship with my kids, with my family. One of the hardest things I've had to do recently is uphold boundaries with my family. Because as I said on my last video, boundaries are to show people how you want to be treated and what's going to happen if you're not treated that way. Boundaries with fair consequences are for you and for them, and mainly it's to keep your heart safe. But that's really what's on my mind this morning. You know, I'm grieving right now, and I don't know what the future may look like. However, I can say this. This is one of the pivotal times in my life when I am holding myself to a higher standard than I have in the past. There is a child version of me inside that is extremely proud of the man I am and how I am continuing to show up. Because it's not easy, guys. It's not easy upholding boundaries with your family. It's not easy having crucial conversations with someone that you love and care about and want a future with. It's not easy having challenging conversations with people that you want the best for, but maybe fucking up. I'll also add this as my final point. It is not your job to push anyone to grow. It is not your job to save anyone. It is not your job to lead them to the light. That is not your burden to carry. And if you are carrying that burden, that's not your responsibility. Other people are not your responsibility, just like owning their emotions are not your responsibility. Appreciate y'all being here, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.